Don't forget me! And that's why we need to ban pants. Yep. So, right. So we're checking out. So we're checking out the halftime show, halftime report. All the fluffy and fuzzy fluffiness. Going. Hey! Gotta be.
Didn't hear anything.
What? Up. Hello.
Testing.
Yeah. There you go.
Do we need a tester?
They're in first place right now. It's simple.
There we go.
Squad out my lead. Ow, I'm alright.
Okay, sound test over. Muting that so I don't hear myself twice.
Video.
We're ahead.
I heard the
time, though not by much.
Yeah, monkey noises, so it's coming through.
Mahi Mahi Resort is our tricolor. And it is interesting.
What the heck is this? This.
What?
The music feels a lot different now.
Oh, it is
Celtic.
fairly different.
Or
Wait, you mean
Celtic.
the plaza music?
Yeah. Also, it's like a swing rhythm now.
Yeah, it's very. It's got a nice swing to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound different.
Yeah. I mean, because it was more than just adding ghost sound effects like they did for Halloween.
Yeah.
It feels like they spruced it up a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, a lot of bubbles. Hey, bubbles.
And bubbles.
Actually, up when you post it?
I don't know, actually.
Wait.
Only one way to find out.
Like,
That's that
I
theory.
think some of them seem. Or okay. Well, this one's not.
Do they?
Okay, now I need to
I
test
think they
this.
do.
Or like it could, or it might just be my depth perception. Well, like I think some of them are popping when I'm.
I mean, I'm walking through these and they aren't popping. I think it's just when they get close enough to the ground, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Almost-
Yeah.
almost-
Okay.
almost-
Yeah. Like when I'm looking away, like looking at them from a distance. There are some that are going straight through the ground and others that are popping in. Okay.
yeah.
No, I mean, it did convince me for a split second.
Yeah. But the bubble effect is really good.
Yeah.
I just like bubbles. There's just,
Yeah.
I mean, they just activated a few neurons in my brain.
Let's see if I can't. Please tell me that's a GIF on here.
You know, I kind of want to see the
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, it is.
What?
First, favoriting that. Second, text chat.
Oh,
Bless you.
bubbles.
That's us at the beginning of this stream.
Bubbles, 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 bubbles.
He's so
It's
happy.
just the scene from Finding Nemo.
Yep.
Happy. Like bubbles.
You're
Bubbles
very
gonna
happy.
drop the drink. Okay. You know what? I kind of want to see one, one tricolor, just because
Yeah.
I'm just curious about it. So everyone for themselves.
Tree, you can have it. I was playing tricolors earlier, so.
All right. All right, Furball, it's you and me.
Video. Yeah.
They,
right?
I've already seen the map, so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna play one and then back out, just so I could see the map. 'Cause at the very least, want to at least see.
Yeah, just to see what it looks like.
I mean, because ever
It's
since
interesting to.
ever since the Zelda one, I made sure to check them out.
I will say it's not as impressive as the Zelda one, but they did
yeah,
change up the
yeah.
layout quite a bit. I don't think we're gonna top the Zelda one, to be perfectly frank, though.
Because that
Yeah.
one like was barely I barely recognized it, recognized the original map.
Yep.
It basically felt like just its own map at that point.
Honestly, it did.
We're probably gonna be seeing a tri-mirror.
I was lucky enough to not run into too many, but let's see.
Let's just hope that it's not the weekend Splatfest again. Or we're shooting our own men.
I don't think it'll get as bad as that. Like we only where the ones where we actually fought someone other than our team, we could count on a single hand.
Pretty much.
And we couldn't get times 100 or times 10 because of that.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense why some people would actually purposely choose the ones that are not going to be popular as a result. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the players would be like, okay, I want to have in order to have fun, we need to actually pick the one that we don't want. Just the least popular. Oh nope, it's not a mirror. Also, bubbly.
We're on the attacking team.
Okay.
Alrighty. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
Bubble. Anyway. Okay. Alright, so it's not that doesn't seem super different, although I'm guessing it's gonna have the halftime.
Ah!
Oh frick!
Halftime, yeah, the halftime thing is pretty interesting on this version of the map.
Oh boy. I mean, because it's Mahi Mahi, of course.
Yeah. I like the ultra signal. Yep.
Okay, at least I got the wave breaker. And it died.
Oh. I keep forgetting that the hammer gets interrupted by the signal.
Yep.
Ah. I got trapped.
I don't know. I just took a chance there, but just because they were attacking.
We'll definitely save that joke for later.
Okay, sweet.
There we go.
All right.
Fire level dropping.
Ah.
And now the signal's on the high ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so is the and the speakers or the spray thing. Interesting.
Yep.
So it basically changes the entire.
The entire
Pages.
center's pretty much changed.
Changes the dynamic of it. It actually makes it harder, a bit harder now to get it. Have to get up. Dang it.
I tried to put some.
Oh well. I mean, the other
things
team getting it
over there.
is fine.
Yeah, as long as they didn't have it, as long as the blue one didn't have it.
Yeah.
I mean, like it might. Oh, jeez! Really?
Really?
Yeah. Dang.
Wow. Guess it didn't have. I guess the like. Wow. Oof. But hey, that was cool.
All things
Yeah.
considered, surprisingly balanced as a tricolor map. At least.
Yeah, that is it. That's actually kind of fun. Also, like, have we always gotten like bonuses for securing the signal?
I don't really pay that much enough attention to know, unfortunately.
All right,
I didn't either.
setting up new room. And I do have two double EXP sandwiches. Do have any any of you either of you have one of those active?
And
I don't know.
I don't think I have anything active at the moment.
I'll jump out and
No,
see
you
if
can
I
actually
can
check it while in the middle of.
Oh, okay.
on the waiting
Never
room.
mind. I don't have to jump out.
Yeah.
I don't have any for all teammates though.
Okay, so I'll put on the all teammates experience then. Right.
Oh, it's me. It's me.
Yeah, it's,
Just didn't want to be the one to say it. I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to be rude and say, "Hey, get your butt in here."
why do I have so many? Alrighty,
Taking their time
that they are.
finding bunnies. Oh,
Finally.
Okay, as I saying it, gonna be like that. Fire.
Alright, bears.
Fire.
Just scrolling through my favorited GIFs on Discord while we're waiting. Wish I remembered the context for half the reason those are favorited. Booyah bomb incoming. Another one.
It's getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
I love Duke spamming. I don't know why I like it to calling the Booyah Bombs nukes, but that's the only other thing I can think to call them aside from Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Speak of the devil. There's really only two ways you can interpret that.
Really, yeah.
Enough of this sniper. What was the plan there, buddy? Not that I'm complaining.
Oh, Okay, well, I kept the pin down at the base for a while. Pin down their face at the base. Base. Base.
Base. Base.
Well, your base art belong to us.
Terminator has arrived.
I sniped him with a sword. Well, snipe as
I get what you mean.
hit like good a nice shot, trick shot.
Alright, soda delivery.
A rad shot though.
It was sort of
That's
give
what
it
kids
in
are
house.
saying. The kids still say
I
rad,
think-
right?
Pretty sure that's not a quote that's said for the plasma ring, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't keep
totally
saying.
say it. It's totally. Like, what up, fellow kids?
How do you do, fellow kids?
You beat me to it.
Hey, we got it. I don't know.
I really
why
don't have that favorited. Okay, I'm genuinely shocked.
How do you do, fellow kid? Like, that's I don't know, man.
How do you do, fellow kids?
God shell. All hail the magic conch.
All hail the magic guns.
That episode was a trip.
Yeah.
And they all are in their own ways, but still.
Put down Conch Street.
Yeah,
And that's what the street
I'm
is
fully
called.
incorrect. I think that is actually the canonical name of the street they live on. I think.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard
It
a
doesn't
few.
come up a lot in the show, but if my memory serves me, that is what it's called. The distance between there and where they work is a quantum wave function that collapses to different results based on the episode. I swear, some episodes they can just walk to they can seemingly walk to the Krusty Krab with no issue. Other episodes, it's a drive. It really just depends.
Like,
Yeah.
time and space just bend in Bikini Bottom.
Pretty much. But they get random
Like
things
cartoon
explode
logic,
for
I
no
suppose.
reason, so yeah, cartoon logic.
Pretty much.
Because I know SpongeBob does canonically have a bike, or at least he bikes in some episodes. He can't drive. He can't drive a car or a boat though. That is.
What about Paddy Wagon?
Well, aside from that, somehow he's good at driving that.
Yeah.
How I don't know, but I don't mind.
It's a weird thing.
You don't need a license to drive a sandwich.
And yeah, I mean,
It's
but I mean, he even has a garage.
He does. It shows up in a few episodes. He mostly just keeps a bike in there and like yard tools, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he keeps failing his driving test is the joke. Usually
Got my
by being-
driver's license. Hey, I'm getting mine next. Hey, I doubt it.
Yep. That guy had some snark. And again, one of my favorite jokes, continuous jokes in SpongeBob, is just random NPCs having the most savage dialogue ever.
Yeah.
NPCs in a cartoon.
I mean, I couldn't think of
Like
a better
non-playable
term.
characters. Yes, because characters are playable in a TV show.
I don't know why my brain went there, but whatever.
I understand what you mean. I just find it funny, like concept funny.
Oh, it is very funny. I mean, to be fair, I'm
But
sure I'm not the only person who calls the background characters NPCs, even the
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, it's a very apt name. Because I mean, it's also like it's easier to say than background character. Like,
Yeah.
Don't see anyone? Over here, over here, over here.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think, yeah. The joke is that SpongeBob can't pass his driving test, presumably because he gets nervous and then makes hilariously bad mistakes, usually crashing into something and destroying something.
Dude.
And then Mrs. Puff going like, why?
Yep.
Oh, frick. Well, keep up the pressure. You can do it. I believe in you guys. Yeah, you got it.
But-
yeah, no, we have this. We have this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice. But in the movie, he can drive the paddy wagon just fine with no issues.
Aren't there,
Yeah.
like, multiple movies?
There are three or I'm trying to remember. There's I want to say three. I want to say there are three. There's SpongeBob the movie 1. There was a sequel which was okay. The third movie I haven't seen, but I've heard was pretty bad. Because there, well, I guess I should say multiple, 3 proper movies. If you want to, I don't think you want to count like the hour-long TV specials necessarily. If you don't count those, if you count those, not fully sure off the top of my head. There's they did quite a few like special event episodes that were an hour or so long, but I don't know if you count that as a movie per se. Like, you know, the Atlantis Square Pantis, they was want to say the hour-long episode that was a musical episode that got turned into a game. I think if there were what other ones there were.
Hey. What a sentence. Just-
Yeah, it's.
I mean, like SpongeBob, I imagine, has very odd sentences for people like me who know very little, despite
Yeah.
knowing about. I have very selective knowledge about the weirdest things.
Fair enough.
Like because I knew about the paddy wagon from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from the first SpongeBob movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, the best one.
Like one where like with David Hasselhoff or something.
That's also that one, and his
Yeah,
whole
that's
sequence is
also the
amazing.
first movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's also. I'm guaranteeing you, the majority of SpongeBob movie scenes you've seen are from the first movie. People don't talk about the second movie or third movie, really.
What about Shia LaBeouf?
Most of the time, it's just the
Not-
first movie.
Not Shia LaBeouf. Keanu Reeves was also as like a
I think he was in the third one, if memory serves. Yeah, that movie was not well liked, to say the least.
Aren't the other ones like more CG or more like animated, like less cartoony?
I think they think. I mean, the second movie, parts of it felt a lot more cartoony than latter parts of it. Although, I'd argue that movie's biggest issue is that the plot feels confused. That the story feels really confused at times. That and it's just, and a bit too much directionless randomness. I mean, I don't think we find out who we don't the characters don't even have any idea who what the cause of the problem even is. So I want to say close to the final act or just about. Is the plot for the movie is some pirate dude finds a magic book that lets him rewrite reality, so we use it to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, which causes Bikini Bottom to descend into anarchy because why the frick not? Because apparently all of society is held together by that sandwich, which honestly I'm okay with that joke. It's the rest of the movie that's kind of
is the formula really that important?
Apparently, according to that movie.
Because I've heard that it still haven't been there's not really an answer to it, even at this point.
No, there isn't, and there probably never will be because it's so long. Because the whole joke is that we can never know what the secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty is. But I mean, in the early SpongeBob, the main point was Plankton wants it because he thinks it will be what he needs to make his restaurant actually take off.
Huh.
And that's his main goal. And then later, and then also world domination. No, honestly, I think although I think his plan in the first movie is honestly the best version of the whole get the Krabby Patty secret formula, become the most popular restaurant owner, take over the world. 3-step plan. Like, it actually does make sense. And he also wins for till basically the end of the movie.
Huh.
Like, it's honestly kind of dark for a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Plankton does successfully enslave Bikini Bottom for a decent chunk of that movie.
Huh.
Well, at least until the end, where David Hasselhoff literally shoots Patrick and SpongeBob and the crown out of his man pecs.
Yeah, that whole sequence was amazing.
Imagine just being a celebrity that's just written into the SpongeBob lore.
Yep.
Not even as a character, just as themselves.
The best part is he comes out of absolutely nowhere towards the end of the movie, but it's honestly amazing. He just shows up.
It just the whole joke is that it makes no sense.
Pretty much.
Or that they need to have a celebrity cameo in a movie.
Possibly. I never really thought about it from that angle, but it does make a little sense.
If we're gonna need to, if we absolutely need a cameo, then we're just gonna actually, it's not gonna make any sense.
Let's just ask Hasselhoff.
Yep. I love how SpongeBob and Patrick know who that is too.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Although the sequence right before Hasselhoff shows up is pretty dark too.
Okay, so I can actually hammer the sucky guy, the vacuum.
And of course, in the third SpongeBob movie, they decided that if we can't make Krabby Patties, all of Bikini Bottom society falls apart.
Oh.
And then why? Yeah. Everyone in Bikini Bottom becomes insanely primitive. They try to frickin' sacrifice SpongeBob to appease the sandwich gods. I'm not joking in the slightest.
What?
Yeah. And you wanna know the best part? They find out how to get to the actual villain, the human on the surface world with the magic book, because SpongeBob just randomly smells the guy making his own bootleg Krabby Patties and selling them at the beach. Just complete non sequitur. That's how they figure out how to track down the main bad guy.
Okay.
And then well, there's a bit of a plot thread, like a page of the magic book falls on Sandy's tree dome, and then that's what gets her going crazy about sandwich gods. Even though realistically she's from the surface world, so she should know what a paper is, but you know, because she's a squirrel, but yeah. And also recognize that it would be giant because she's presumably seen humans before, but yeah, again, yeah. and then they go fight him. He has a honestly really hilariously absurd weaponized food truck. Like, it's honestly kind of stupid how many weapons he has on that thing. Like, this man's out here selling burgers and he's freaking armed to the teeth. Like, so many freaking cannons. But anyways, they use the page of the magic book, turn into superheroes. It's a superhero battle. Plankton decides to be a good guy, at least for the end of the movie, and returns to Grey Super Formula. After being the bad guy. Which, to be fair, he has done that in episodes. It's not the weirdest thing. It's just kind of funny. Also, I love the joke with his superhero form, but yeah, that's the movie. Like, there's fun moments, but it just doesn't make sense. There's a CGI dolphin that shows up at some point who is basically God. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that movie doesn't get memed more because, I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's definitely very memeable.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, yeah, no, the first movie is easily substantially better. In almost every way, and honestly a bit more memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I only really remember the stuff in the second movie because of how ridiculously absurd it is.
I'm in the blender, SpongeBob, me Bob, help!
But honestly, I'd easily recommend the first SpongeBob movie to anyone who hasn't seen it. And honestly, I could ironically recommend the second one if you want to get an experience of if you want to have a taste of what a drug trip probably feels like.
Yeah, a drug trip that entails SpongeBob, me Bob, and his friends.
Yep.
Like, how important is it to actually also have watch the series feel that you watch the movie?
Honestly, I would with the first movie, or yes.
Just yes.
Well, I would say not really. Honestly, I mean, there's SpongeBob doesn't have continuity for the most part.
Right.
It's episodic, so.
Right, it's an episodic cartoon, but I mean, I'm just imagining at least like in the first season there might be just establishing like basic ideas of who these characters are.
Yeah. There certainly are. I mean, I would say, but the relationships are for the most part fairly simple. You have, I mean, it definitely helps to have seen the at least a few episodes of the first season to appreciate the movie, to appreciate the first movie and really any of the movies. But it's not strictly necessary, I wouldn't say, because you get as most of what's established in the first few episodes of the cartoon are easily established in the movie, really. Because it's the first episode. All right, here's our dynamic. You have the fry cook SpongeBob, insanely greedy boss Mr. Krabs, Plankton who wants to steal the secret formula, possibly use it to make his restaurant more popular and also take over the world. And you have Squidward who is constantly tired of everything. And it's also and you get some established things like Squidward being a starving artist, but that's not or a struggling artist. Honestly, my headcanon is that the reason people don't like Squidward's work is not because it's actually bad, it's because it's so self-absorbed. Like Squidward's paintings are legit good, but they're always self-portraits of him. So my canon interpretation.
I can see why that might rub some people the wrong way.
so my personal interpretation is the reason Screamer can't sell a painting is not because people actually think his art's ugly. It's because they can just smell the narcissism. No one ever alludes to that, but that's just kind of how I always interpret it.
Right. I mean, there's a pattern.
Yep. Although his clarinet playing is actually pretty depicted as being pretty awful in most episodes. Like that, you know, yeah, the people behind sound design definitely wanted you to find those sounds annoying. Yes, I said sounds because I don't know if you can really describe George clarinet playing in some episodes as music.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about his art.
Nope, he's also a clarinet player.
Right. I mean, oh boy, I think that's the end of art.
Sounds of
Hey,
art.
Phantom Storm.
Hello.
About a
How
drug
is it
trip.
going?
Yeah, drug trips taste like something.
Something. It's called the second SpongeBob movie, which I actually saw in theaters, believe it or not. Wait, it was honestly, I'd still say it was a worthwhile trip, and I mean that and the big screen definitely helps with making some of the ridiculous nonsense that happens in that movie at least cool to look at.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like I can imagine, like big spectacle stuff being like pretty much made for the theater. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about like the first like Star Trek movie, like,
Yeah.
and how there's quite a few scenes where it's just panning shots of something,
Yep.
like of something space-like, and as a kid I was like, am I not understanding something? Because this seems really boring to me. And then when I grew up, I still didn't understand it. I still found it boring. So
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean.
so now I'm just convinced that either the rest of my family were just faking it or or I have very different tastes.
50-50 on that.
Trying to be all trying to say trying to pretend that they understand it with thought. Make seem smarter. I don't know.
I like Star Trek, but I'll always say panning, establishing shots of environment can only get you so far.
But I mean, yeah, but I can imagine it looking cool in theaters, but when you put it on a VHS tape or DVD, it's like on a smaller TV.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, most people would just
I got the
I
later.
feel like would fast forward through those.
Quite possibly, yeah. That's kind of the danger of designing your movies for theaters, because yes, theatrical releases are important, but eventually, especially nowadays, it's going to end up on someone's TV.
Right.
I noticed a few Marvel movies seem like they almost have dialogue pauses intentionally and put in, expecting people to clap and to clap and get up out of their seats and scream, so when you try to watch it on TV, it just feels a lot more awkward.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I can kind of understand why, because I mean these are blockbusters. But...
I mean, it also works in it works on TV as well because just having a moment to appreciate
oh hi,
appreciate getting a moment to be like, holy crap, that's Spider-Man. Or, holy crap, that's a hammer. Or, holy crap, that guy.
That guy, oh,
The guy is doing the thing. That guy was doing the thing that we were theorizing they could do all this time for so many years.
Yep,
and it's finally
was
using the
actually a
thing.
really cool moment. No, honestly, that is a good example of multi-movie payoff right there.
For real.
Because the reason that was a fan theory is because they do shoot it to look like he's partially lifting the hammer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's been years now. Like it's been years now, and it's fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a. But yeah, like, cause like it, like it was like the depth. Like, I mean, looking back, it looks very obvious that it was made with that intention, but because like you don't make the hammer like unmovable by everyone except for one guy for no reason.
Yeah.
The only other question was just why did he not pick it up, or was he really not able to pick it up in that moment, but was able to nudge it. Also, Thor's face in that was also like his expression was just like 12 KOs. Wow.
Nice.
Like he went from like laughing to like oddly serious in a brief second before returning back to. And and Cap has wielded the hammer in the comics.
Yeah, that was. Yep.
Like Captain America so it was just a matter of time that they would like finally like have it. But I mean, but I can imagine fan theories because some people who watch the MCU probably don't, like, some people haven't read the comics.
Yeah.
Or know the comics, so it just leads to just other theories of be like, oh yeah, this means it means it because it happens in the comics. But we don't know it if it but I mean it's not like it's one for one with comics.
No, it definitely isn't. I mean,
it's not.
It's kind of you kind of can never know which specific comic run they're adapting either, because I remember back when WandaVision came out, there was quite a big buzz of people expecting Mephisto to show up in that show, specifically because he's integral to what seemed to be that show's main comic inspiration.
Huh.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he does still show up eventually in the MCU.
Right. Isn't Mephisto basically the devil?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Though, granted, from what I've heard, the Marvel TV shows have been fully shied away from references from demonic references, but so it's not entirely out of the picture.
Because I know because the one thing I've heard about Mephisto was something contentious in in Spider-Man where.
Oh yeah.
Where he where in order
that issue.
When in order to save his aunt, he had to give up his marriage with Mary Jane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literal
which
deal with the devil.
Basically just served as
sit down, Lady Bridget.
Which just served as just going back to status quo or something.
Pretty much.
Or not being but also coming across as not knowing how to write stable relationships.
Yeah.
Or it's boring when Spider-Man is when your superhero is married.
Yeah. Yeah, that issue, that particular comics run was very controversial. I'm trying to remember what the name of that was. I do know that was seemingly one of the inspirations for No Way Home.
Like,
Or avenged you.
and I know Superman also has wielded Thor's hammer as well. But I mean, in the DC versus Marvel.
Yeah, which makes sense, really.
I mean, yeah, like, he also had like Captain America's like shield as well in a scene for like climax.
I mean, that's cool, but I don't recall that shield ever really having a worthiness thing, though. The shield,
I mean, we're not. I mean,
It's
I
just
just
Mjolnir that has it.
I just mean what like it was just like
fan service, I know.
Like yeah, fan service and just be like, whoa.
Yeah, it's just Mjolnir that has a worthiness level.
Because just having like an event where the major superhero comic companies collaborate is a big deal.
Yeah. Side whirly parallel cannon.
You like my title?
Yeah, it's not.
I haven't seen it. I wasn't looking. Jeez.
Yeah, my title is Side Orderly Parallel Cannon.
Oh, I got a ruler.
Nice.
Oh. You know what time it is?
Yep, it begins.
For a tree to become a ruler.
Oop. Yep, there's a ruler.
That's... This is always interesting to see what different comic runs they take inspiration from and try to adapt. Emphasis on the try there. So emphasis on the try there sometimes, but yeah.
Try.
Though I've noticed, especially with some of the more recent stuff, the MCU has really struggled with handling the tone of some comic characters, because the MCU definitely tries to go for a different tone than the comics largely do, with the exception of some issues, and I feel like that's kind of been blowing up in their face, especially as they've been trying to adapt the more meta and comedic characters.
Yeah, that becomes really tricky. Like, that would be. I mean, I can't even imagine Deadpool in the MCU.
Honestly, me either, because
that's probably why they haven't.
Yeah, because the problem there is twofold. He's both simultaneously too mature and in terms of crude adult jokes, but also way too unserious.
And also meta, because
yeah, meta too.
Because his character is all like, because he knows he's in a comic book.
Yep.
Or TV show, depending on what on what it is. Like, I know he was like in, like, there was like a Spider-Man cartoon where he was in one, like, and it was, I mean, of course he was very toned down for the kids, but
yeah.
But it's still very much along the lines of silly meta stuff. Oh, they have a beacon here.
Oh, that's
okay. It's gone.
Good. Thinking beacon strats. Oh, hi.
Too many beacon strats are among us.
Ah. Man, that octopus.
Yeah, they're good. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, time. Alright, grab some soda, let's go.
I'm just gonna go and
Sorta. Give me that.
We have a lot of ground to take back and not a lot of time.
Took some.
Soda.
Ah.
Oh, please tell me to respawn. Active. Dang it! Glad Hades.
Fled the god of the dead.
Speaking of meta, Kid Icarus. There's a series with a non-existent fourth wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't even start out that way. I guess when you don't even have when you're barely established as a franchise, you could start new things.
Yeah.
Because you only had 2 other games
Pretty
at
much.
that point. So, and one of them wasn't even in Japan.
Yep.
Made in Japan, released in Japan.
Yeah. It is honestly kind of crazy how Kid Icarus came back from the dead the way it did.
Yeah. But it was definitely a very unique approach to it was basically a blank canvas. Aside from just the basic plot for the NES game. So it's like, okay, we can have fun with this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they certainly had a lot of fun.
Yeah, like when you got 2 games in a Smash Brothers appearance, there's a lot of creative liberties to take. Exactly. And Ice Climbers is pretty much exactly in that boat, except they still haven't, because most of their because they've only had 1 game, and the rest of them, and they've appeared in 3 other games, all Smash Brother games. So it's and it's just which is kind of funny, just whoa, who's Material Nice? But it also does make me wonder what a modern Ice Climbers game would even be like. Cause, I've seen people make fan concepts of what a modern version of Ice Climbers of an Ice Climbers game would be like. Of a 2D side scroller with utilizing having both Popo and Nana.
I can see it. I'd definitely be interested.
It's that one rage game out there with the penguins that are tethered by a rope, climbing a mountain. That's just basically what makes me think of Ice. Or it reminded me of Ice Climbers because that's what the Ice Climbers always were. They were always tethered, or had a small string.
I see that Dead Man's trigger. I guess Dead Man's swing in this case.
Excuse me. Holy crap! I was cornered, but still didn't get it. Or the roller didn't get it.
Gotcha. Fill in this patch too.
You know what? A 99 version of Ice Climbers, I could honestly, Ice Climbers
I'd be
99
down.
would actually, I could see that.
I could see it.
Of just seeing it as with elimination things and maybe like, and maybe like a kill wall that slowly rises from the bottom.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, something like that. While having some way to affect the other like other players. Driving.
Yeah.
Like different events.
I get to see some potential.
Yeah, that.
Like, I think the 99 games are just a fun little side thing, really.
Yeah, exactly. They're not mainline games, but I mean, they're fun little experiments, and they're fun little they're fun little games that you can like play in short bursts and get totally addicted. Pretty
much. I mean, I think my exact word for word reaction to the reveal of thinking F099 was, okay, let Chaos raid.
Exactly. I mean, it's like at the very least it shows they haven't exactly forgotten F-Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they made it clear that they didn't forget. They just because I mean, official words that have always been stuff like needing to figure out something to do with it, to differentiate it from Mario Kart.
Also, I am now also a ruler. Multiplayer maps modes have updated.
Hey, who's the ruler?
I mean, I'd argue the fact that you can actually straight up die in the typical F-Zero already differentiates it quite a bit. But
yeah, I mean, it's. So
though it does enter that kind of problem of those games designed to be very much arcade-like, and the arcade style of game really falling out of favor with wider audiences. I mean, it still sees some. I mean, I know that Sonic kind of has that problem too.
Yeah. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I was like,
Meow.
yep, made the room.
Keep pressing the wrong button.
I'll throw some content. Trailblazing Big Boss.
That.
New cards.
Actually, why not? Forgot you could do that from here. Alright, B. Yep. Take it. Temporary patron. Okay.
Delightful hard worker.
Temporary patron. I mean, aren't they all temporary when you think about it? Yeah, I know. I saw.
Yeah.
I joke.
Kidding.
Like y'all know I don't say things mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, been on the shoot. Like, I look.
I mean, that's just Splatoon fashion in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the stick and laughy head?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Also, as far as I'm concerned, that's a lappy head,
Yeah, it's lappy. It's very much a lap. It's very much lappy for the casual
Speaking of which, I want a sequel to that game one of these days.
Yeah, really. Such a weird, weird game. I mean, it's one of those games where I'm like, I literally only play it for the gameplay because the story, I honestly keep forgetting what the story is.
Honestly, I forgot a good chunk of the plot too myself.
All I even remember, because I know I played, I streamed that before Xenoblade 3 came out, because there was the whole, two stream games in a row where there's a Noah.
Yep. And an Iris, for that matter.
Yeah, a legit an Iris that's also an eye device thing.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you can't exactly if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Yeah, Astral Chain was a lot of fun. Oh jeez.
At the end, it started going off the rails, and at that.
Oh, absolutely off the rails. The rails stopped existing by the end of that game.
Yeah, I was it was and honestly, that's kind of just what it was. All I really needed it to be was just an excuse to go and play and just play the actual game, and not get bogged down by side quests and story stuff.
Yeah, I would describe Astral Chain's finale as going from 0 to 100 real fast.
It was. I almost wiped them out.
Oh, absolutely. I fully agree, Adam.
The only other experience I have with Platinum games is Wonderful 101.
Are you playing Pro by any chance, Adam?
And Wonderful 101's finale was a freaking
No, I mean as in the Pro Splatfest game mode.
Yeah,
because I know for that mode it's you don't get any clout if you lose a match.
okay.
Oh, then in that case I have no clue why you didn't get any clout.
Look away for a minute.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, Wonderful 101 was just a Saturday morning cartoon at the very, from start to finish.
Yeah.
And then that's all it really needed to be. And the finale was basically just the embodiment of it was the embodiment of any Power Rangers finale.
Yeah.
But also turned up to a lot. It was very off the rails. But it also made sense. It made sense for the plot, considering the plot didn't really it didn't really take the plot all that seriously anyway. So it was. Yeah. Although I didn't really feel it went all that crazy in Metal Gear Revengeance. So I guess.
I think that game started crazy.
Yeah, I guess if the
great isms.
I guess the game was just it was just a wild ride from beginning to end.
Why won't you die, nanomachine son?
Yeah, they and just have it and just that gold mine of memes at the very end.
Yep. Nano,
I'm making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. It can't fret over every egg.
oh yeah.
I still really need to play the Bayo games. They're,
Yeah, same here, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like beat 'em ups, so it's, I mean, like, same with like Nier Automata. I still haven't I still haven't finished that on PC.
Yeah, I know I would. I know I would enjoy the Bayonetta games. I just have not gotten around to play them, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Everything's under ROM instructions, and nano machines are basically magic for all intents and purposes. The way the Metal Gear uses them. I guess like I'm pretty sure I've said before, like like you can throw as much technobabble in as you want, but if it can basically do everything that a magic spell would do, it's a magic spell. Let's stop kidding ourselves here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, technology is just magic that we understand.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or technology is magic. Like, I feel like I said it wrong, but I'm just gonna say it again in case I did say it wrong. Like, or technology is magic we don't understand. Or technology is magic we as a society understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, like, it might as well be magic. Yeah, good.
Also,
good.
it goes out of Kojima's mind. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing else really to add to that comment. Just yeah.
Like, I really want to understand, want to see what that, want to, like, I would be terrified to go into his mind.
The human brain, a Pandora's box of
Yeah.
crazy nonsense. I found a way to edit the quote right at the end.
Oh yeah. There was a codec where mainly where a snake is basically finds the idea of magic like Zelda's magic preposterous, and Mailing just says like magic is just technology. Technology might as well just be magic, or just some form of magic, just in a different
Especially
form.
with the way Kojima uses it.
Right. The codex just, I mean, the codex, they were an early 2000, they were a 2008 gold mine of memes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Look at the size of that hammer. There's no time for pickup on this thing.
That.
Look at the size of that dick.
Uh,
I know, like, there's usually a phrase that I say that is able to get me into a snake voice.
oh jeez.
Like,
pincered.
like Uchikoshi's mind is also like, it would be like that's a more terrifying brain.
Or
Ugh.
Psycho Mantis.
I think Psycho Mantis is going into your brain.
Yeah, that. I mean,
And
that,
So you next
I
to
mean,
Castlevania.
Hey, Link, Samus took her clothes off.
Tour.
That line is like, even in context,
Can't believe they go.
even the context, like, even in context of just Samus, Samus in Zero Suit Samus form, it doesn't make the line any less bizarre. Because she is
Oh, you know
still
what,
wearing a
Samus
skin tight
Samus
suit.
doesn't have her armor on.
Gotta
Yep.
wait, she's got a lot more. Got more.
Oh goodness. I had to say. Oh well, whatever.
I'm still sad that they didn't get or didn't make additional codecs for for Ultimate. Just like reuse the one from Brawl. Like
It's unfortunate.
Like, because David Hayter did mention that he did say that he was did say he was willing to do it, to record more of the codex, but he didn't get back to him.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I personally would have loved it. I mean, I think one way or the other, we probably wouldn't have gotten codex for all the copious amounts of DLC characters, but even just the base Ultimate roster would have been nice.
Edible. His armor off. Although he's already carrying a whole bunch of weapons. But then because there's also a huge amount of there's a lot of fan theory potential, because often in codec, those codec compilation videos, I see people running their own interpretations of codecs for other characters.
Yep.
Which is a very interesting it's a very
yep, that would do it.
it's a very I was in tow by accident.
It happens. It's easy. I'm pretty sure I've done that too. Also, your clout for pro and regular is separate too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, pro is all or nothing for Splatfest, but that's, I think, pretty much the only...
Yeah. It's basically single player, so...
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Oh my god!
I mean, the codecs are already pretty meta as it is, so why not?
How would he... Looks great.
Something, I don't know. It would be funny.
And some people also written written codecs where they for Palutena where she just hijacks the codec.
That honestly, that is hilarious.
I mean,
considering that they would.
Considering that they did, because there was the other version of the everyone's version of the codex, in Smash 4, basically. But yeah.
Someone made a fan-made version of Palutena's guidance for the DLC characters.
Right. But yeah, I believe that the current the Colonel the Colonel's voice, Japanese voice actor passed away that time, so
There's someone in our base.
There might have been difficulties with that, along with additional English voice actors, and who knows what other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zelda Universe.
Yep, Zelda Universe made their own fan-made Palutena's guidances. Like.
Though I do love I love the codec for the Palutena's guidance on Piranha Plant.
Yeah.
That one was very was
Fist bump.
That one was really because they all those Piranha Plants that Furry mentions are all are all real.
Yep. I mean, well, let's be honest, it makes sense for Edie would know Guys on Nature and all that.
Yeah.
Personally, I
she would
love the
it.
idea that Verity just spends her spare time studying all the various flora and fauna of the multiverse. 'Cause
Yeah,
she would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it would make sense that.
Being the goddess of nature and all that.
Yeah, remember Smilax.
Oh yeah.
Because I guess. Ugh. Amazing.
I would not be surprised if she has encyclopedic knowledge of every monster, plant, animal from every game that ever exists.
Like, I would believe it. Believe the Kid Icarus Jr. or Palutena or Palutena and Verity having access to the multiverse.
I mean, they are deities, so on a level it does make sense.
Especially since makes its pit also recognizes Metroids.
Yep. That's kind of a joke to Metro, to the totally not Metroids being in Kid Icarus.
Because there were Metroid enemies in Kid Icarus for the NES.
Yep.
It was just a little nod to that fun little.
Yep.
They reused or just between. Metroid and Kid Icarus during the
Red tank.
Oh jeez, the clones got me. I pit mentions Metroids and Veritas, we can't talk about. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Verity says no, Pippa, the tomatoes look like Metroids, and Verity says no, we can't talk about that.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah. Verity is a character. Well, I mean, all the characters in that game are something, but still.
I mean, you're not wrong. They do fit the definition of a character.
I mean, yes. Can we just talk about how she's sticking nukes a level in her introduction?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Duke's a human army.
Yep.
She even does the same thing in the Smash stage.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What the frick? Oh, you.
And it builds her up as a serious villain, but then she basically becomes part of the peanut gallery.
Pretty much, because then aliens show up. Because why the frick not?
Yeah, aliens show up and then Pit becomes a dog, or aliens show up and then Pit gets put asleep for a few years.
Yep.
Palutena loses herself.
That was honestly one of the darkest storylines in that game.
That was I was surprised it went surprised about that. Especially since I was expecting I was actually forgetting. I was actually expecting the game.
Perfectly.
I don't even know what that term even means.
It's a new term that's kind of caught on for a character archetype. I'm not fully sure how to put into words, but
okay, endearingly pathetic or inept.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, that sums it up.
I mean, it just it is just very it's fun when you're it's always fun when an enemy has to when a hero and enemy team up and they say it's gonna be temporary, only for it to basically just become permanent and just be yeah, we're cool. like we're totally not allies, but we chill.
Yep.
Okay. Whatever. Whatever. I'll watch while eating popcorn while you fight Hades.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it is a tricky thing. Although, no, what are you talking about? It will boost your gameplay every time. Keep watching. Don't leave. Don't.
I learned how to multitask watching streams and playing games because goodness knows I only have so much free time.
Yeah.
Literally just Hades and uprising. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like Hades was
Hades
just
is a gem.
I mean, because he was threatening, but he was also just a
Hilarious.
Like he was just glorious.
Absolutely
Because he was
glorious.
like he was just unapologetically evil, but also just well, also just like being because like his explanation cause some of his explanations or
yeah.
or like how he tries initially convincing how he's being altruistic in his goal. Well,
Yep.
they're like, oh, you would like by giving an anecdote about a poor child seeing their parents again.
Yep.
Like seeing their zombie parents. Like
It's zombie parents, yeah. I love that detail too.
like
And then Palutena immediately calls him out as BS.
yeah, he's like whatever. Like he's also he's also gloriously flamboyant, so.
Oh, absolutely.
The same guy that mentions that someone likes Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Oh, double kill, let's go.
And as you think about it, it does make sense because at the end of the day, he benefits as long as somebody's dying. Doesn't really matter by whose hand and why. Flipping human war over a seed he made up, or Faridi coming in and nuking people, freaking aliens, oh whatever.
Yeah, just
They all become part of his army one way or the other.
like
I still can't believe that they actually dropped flipping aliens in that game.
Yeah.
isn't body void? Like after the post.
Oh yeah, that too.
After the edits, or where he threatens to delete your save file. In the middle
Yep.
Of it.
Oh, I love that.
Be like 1, 2, 3. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Nah, okay.
Like
1, 2, 3. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Because like it fades out like he pulls a Rossetti, basically.
He basically does.
Because he does like the fade out fade out.
Exactly.
Rasay is the god of the dead confirmed new game theory.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one. He's the only one that even knows anything about him, and he's the least reliable source of info about anything.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. Like you sometimes a lot of times it feels like a lot of times I honestly kept forgetting that he's the villain.
Yep.
Because everyone's just chilling, chatting while going through the levels.
Pretty much. it also doesn't help that his first villainous act, the whole wish sheet trap, and starting a human war is quickly interrupted by Veriti coming in with haha nature nuke go burr.
No, you can't just nuke everyone with a nature bomb. Nature bomb go brrr.
Level
Yeah.
68.
Then we run into Phosphora and one of my favorite songs in the game, and then aliens.
Just, it was just a lot of.
Yeah, it's true. We actually don't know if that's the correct name for him.
I mean, like a lot of the like the quote unquote villains in that game, like, cause a lot of times because the villains, like a lot of times, like even the stage villains, they just, I mean, they're just chatting with you, like and just chatting with you. It'll be like, oh yeah, I'm fighting through your base to get to you. It'll be like while talking about stuff like these rooms or like these weird rooms, or how you build them with hard work and dedication despite having no arms and being only a head.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if thinking Orion had shared that information.
Also, I love that they I love that they actually still ran with the with Thanatos' or his typo name that he had in
Yep.
initially calling him Thanatos,
Yeah.
and then I do not go by Thanatos. The H for amazing.
I love that.
I love that. The H is for amazing. No spirit bomb for you, Master.
Yeah.
Don't see anyone?
Thanks.
And if I do.
Absent localization. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. I mean, I think they probably did it because, I mean, Thanatos is just the incorrect name of the Greek god.
Oh, really? Okay.
Still,
It's crazy
why
that
Thanatos says actually it's Thanatos.
Actually.
Because Thanatos is the generally accepted name, and unlike, OC characters like Veriti and Palutena, he's an actual Greek god.
Right. And not just a persona from bonus series.
Yeah.
Like, one of the coolest designs, if I may say so myself.
No. Can't say I disagree. Thinking it was Thanatos. Okay, that wouldn't makes sense. It might also just be a thing of things being lost in translation. I mean, there's a reason why why when you put a game or a movie through Google Translate, you get nonsense eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not just because Google Translate is bad, but part of that.
I mean, it's not it's not even because of that, that it's bad. It's literally because language is not one for one.
Exactly.
It's especially when you go from go from alphabet
dang it.
From English to kanji and or the symbol language. Kanji here. All that. it's like it gets even more mixed up.
Yep.
Because the entire sentence structure is even calling out current anti-localization. Like it's like
I believe it.
a lot of things about localization is kind of misunderstood by people because I think there's a difference between censorship. Like there's a big difference between censorship and just different translation.
Yeah.
Which I mean, to be fair, they're sensitivity. Some things will get changed between depending on the level of depending on say age rating.
Yep.
Culture.
And I'm gonna be perfectly real. You get incorrect translation sentence stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna top off of what Adam just said.
Times 10.
Times 10.
All right. Let's put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin in that for now.
Right.
Yes signal, no signal. You end.
No signal. Yes signal.
You end.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Yes. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have opinions about that, but I need to focus. On the match.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that when we have some breathing room.
Surprise! I survived.
Well, we have them in danger. Let's keep it up.
But just keep them in there. Gonna hammer their base.
Ah.
Darn you, Adam.
I'm on my way to help you.
Oh, frick! Oh yeah, metal face. But focus.
Focus.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah, but we mustn't be careless.
Exactly.
To you.
Okay, well at least. Shh. Nope.
That one's on me.
Okay. Oh. Storm in their base. People still get a shell even though they.
I hope.
Okay.
All right.
Whew.
Woo!
Oh yeah, no, we did it.
Yeah.
We secured a times 10 for our team.
Yeah. High five.
High fives. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are the high fives. There. Where's? Please tell me I have that, Jeff. Huh?
I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so
Anyway,
yeah,
woo.
Metalface's name was changed overseas because the original name was Blackface.
Yep, which, for the record,
Flag.
that is going to come off as extremely political if you kept him named that.
Yeah.
No
for
ifs, ands, or
real.
buts about it.
Like, I mean, they still called Metalface's wreckage the Black Wreckage, but it was but still, it's.
I mean, because the issue isn't the use of the word black, it's the other part.
Yeah.
And the historical context of that word it's like, okay,
And
so,
Jinx.
yeah, that too. Here's an atomic bombshell of a take. When translating something, if the literal translation sounds like the person is making a political statement, then not changing it is putting words in their mouth. Quite frankly, it is your responsibility to change it so that you don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
words are powerful.
plain and simple.
They have more power than
simple.
Sometimes
and
realize.
Yep. And here's another nuclear hot take. The average person does not want to do homework with their video games.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to research to do a lot of cultural research, because let's be honest, most people probably don't know enough about their own culture to catch everything that's in games that they're made natively, never mind a different culture.
Right.
Sure, some people like to get that into the games. That's me. I am some people, but I'm not gonna.
Some people in
made
question
for that kind of thing.
Exactly. Exactly, but no.
Yeah, sit down, Soup Ninja.
Ooh. And some people. But
What's this about? About a line from Persona 3?
Yeah, the Yakari thing. I remember seeing that, and I'm just gonna say right out, if you are complaining about minor, insignificant stuff like that, for one, you are a useful idiot for people who want actual censorship, because you're basically just setting up the straw man for them.
Yeah.
Just setting up the straw man for them, for painting people who have legitimate concerns about censorship as petty jerks who want everything to be a Google Translate spit out. And second of all, changing a Japanese colloquialism to an English colloquialism that means basically the exact same thing is perfectly fine. It is not censorship in the slightest. That is preserving the author's intent.
Yeah.
Nuclear bombshell take number 3. The author's intent is the connotation and meaning of the words, not the literal text as it's spelled out. The author's intent is the intent behind the words, not this physical arrangement of characters, because that's how language works. Because that's how language works. Words have two meanings. It's called connotation and denotation. Simply put, if the connotation changes to something that the original author could not have predicted, then yes, sometimes changes to the text are required to preserve the meaning, which is, in my opinion, more important, because that is what is their true intent.
Intent is more important than just literally literally word for word, because if you translate something word for word in Japanese, you end up with the sentence structure becomes very different.
Yeah.
I mean, it still works in English, but
how does this wrap around for Persona 3 though?
So you know the beach episode?
yeah. Operation Babe Hunt.
Scribe.
long story short, there's the obligatory beach episode. Yukari says in English, "Your skin is flawless." The Japanese version, the literal translation would be something. Yeah, the section where you first meet Igus. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Like so. Oh yeah. Like mentioning skin so fair. Like originally being like your skin is so white.
Yep.
That would be
Which. Like, A, comes off as a little political, especially in this day and age. B, wouldn't really make much sense to an English audience, because what? And B, again, the colloquialism means the exact same thing.
I don't think I've heard Cabal get this committed to something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm getting really sick and tired of this of all this nonsense that's been going on.
This is not even about Command and Conquer.
Seriously, no.
I know that's the problem.
Because I'm getting so sick of this recent anti-localization. Near fine, Adam. No, but because it has devolved into such a point, and this is what it feels like it's going to inevitably happen. It's going to get to the point where people start thinking, oh, all these localization concerns people are just insanely petty, and and you want Google Translate slop. So then then companies are gonna start getting away with worse and worse real censorship because critics of those are gonna be painted as people who care about a colloquialism being changed to the exact same colloquialism.
Right.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of fairly passionate opinions when it comes to translation and localization. Because believe me, I hate censorship. I believe that it should be that when things are translated, they should be done as faithfully as possible. But here's the thing: I understand how language works.
Right.
How language works, and I do not simply take a bunch of kanji or katakana characters, throw them into Google Translate, see that it's different from the localization, start throwing a temper tantrum because I can't be bothered to do more research on the topic.
Or because you have nothing better to do.
Pretty much.
Because I am also because I do because this is also reminding me of Fire Emblem because it's often where a lot of this does come up in, especially in Fire Emblem. But
the tomato blender over here.
There are legit complaints about actually changing meaning in some scenes.
I was in the tomato blender, SpongeBob me Bob, help!
Oh jeez. Yeah, no, for sure, and there's a lot of problems.
Don't leave me here.
Yeah, there are legit issues or just legit what is not misdemeanor, not misdemeanor, discrepancy.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There are those occasional discrepancies, legit discrepancies that are that do that I feel are pretty valid.
Yeah,
but if you mixed it up with people but that can easily but the legit ones can easily get mixed up with people who are mixed up with the petty ones, the petty things.
Yeah, it's. Well, you can have localization changes that did change things, yeah, throughout a lot of eras. So that would you just misunderstand it? Yeah.
I've heard it from Fates, I felt like I heard the most complaints was from Fates, mostly because of mostly because the petty minigame was removed, but also
yeah,
which to be fair, it didn't really make sense to begin with.
Well, I still ask why was that even included, just period.
Yeah.
Famous lines between Adel and Dimitri on Crimson Flower. I'm trying to remember that off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, Baruka and Saizo's first support, where it's literally like 4 lines of ...
Yep.
Which, to be fair, I thought was actually pretty funny when I first saw it because it felt in character.
It honestly kind of does, which is the weird thing.
but there was also a legit legit support that felt like it was all like that I think was even referenced in the second support. So
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now, and yeah, that is pretty bad.
oh yeah, like
I remember there was also, I think there was some issues with Kingdom Hearts 3 too, with mistranslations and it's that kind of that point of, yeah, you have to consider what the words actually mean at the end of what these words actually mean, and that meaning is going to change. Like I think I remember some of the people's suggestions were like for a more accurate translation of that line, where like, you know, where to have her say like, you know, fair, or your skin or your skin is fair, and I'm like, my response is, do you want Yukari to sound like a Shakespeare nerd because you're making her sound like a Shakespeare nerd? And I'm 100% positive that was not the writer's intent. Because what? Yeah, yes, to preserve the textualist definition, because that's how language works. We will make our character sound like someone from the Middle Ages, because that is clearly more valuable than changing it to an equivalent modern colloquialism. Sorry, I got very heated about that, but that's just I feel like I got a lot on my chest there.
This is a genuine, as I'm going to ask it. How the fuck did we get to this conversation?
you know, that's just how these go. Like, that's literally how this goes a lot of times. That's just the podcast experience, really.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, I guess that.
Yeah, Gregor's accent.
Oh yeah, it did make it more popular.
Cause he's like,
you can blame me.
like he's not like an old. He's not just an old man. He's like an old mercenary. He's like an old mercenary with an accent.
Yeah.
Like it seems more approachable as it was. Okay, like the line that I was like, I was trying to look up the difference like for like the line for the like in 3 houses in Crimson Flower, like a reply of like
You got killed by Freddy.
Like Dimitri saying must you continue to conquer, continue to kill, and Adel's response being must you continue to kill, continue to kill in retaliation.
I think, and what actually come to think of it, what was the Japanese line there?
Like, so you'd feel better if you reconquered, like if you killed in retaliation. So like in English it's like an ad hominem like argument.
A bit, yeah.
Like here it's like she's like basically saying to sit, and this is in here it makes like it's actually having him say, or having her having her say that that it would just that it would go on that his actions would make it go longer. Like, you'd feel better if you reconquered. You know what? I'll just put the. Yeah, like, we could go on, like I mentioned, like I did say, there are legit, like there are legit complaints about mistranslation, and
Yeah.
but it's but it could easily be overlooked if people are gonna complain about the petty changes
Yeah.
or just the minor changes that actually that keep the intent, or like keep the original intent, or would avoid an international incident.
Maybe international incident is a strong word, but
Yeah, but still.
But still, yeah. I don't want to accidentally make people think that the author is trying to make political statements about American issues when they are in fact not.
Oh, yeah. Bernie's dad, the localization added him doing things that wasn't in the Japanese version, to the point they updated the game to take that out.
Wow, that's wow.
Like, so probably going a bit too far in the direction of trying to go for trying to reach the author's intent,
Yeah, I know.
or being like, oh, it's obviously going in this direction, so we just need to go, we just need to to get more details. Though there's a reason why it wasn't known as much.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of something that happened with the Breath of the Wild 2 with the whole remember that one side quest where you match the guy up with the young Zora? Or the Zora that looks like a kid at the very least.
Oh, wait. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think I've seen that quest, but just basically from that description, I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, the localization added a lot more lines that made it sound like romantic love, where as the Japanese version, you could interpret it that way, but you also could interpret it as more platonic.
Yeah. Ooh.
So it almost feels like the localization team kind of we're kind of maybe just either just decide to run with it, or maybe assume the worst and then just try to then decide to double down for some odd reason, or even add additional lines to try to cover their backs when really it probably could have been avoided of just maybe interpreting it another way. that might have been what they were going for. Again, it's kind of hard to tell because sometimes lines can be read in multiple ways. Unless you can call up the original creator, you don't always know how something's supposed to be read. Because language is not exact. Because language is not an exact science.
I mean, yes, language is not silence.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Because language is not an exact science, and oftentimes things can have double meanings or a lot of different meanings even within the same culture. So it can be hard to tell what something is supposed to mean, if anything. And a lot of misunderstanding, mistranslation. That's why communication is important, especially in the translation process, and why the original creators should be as involved as reasonably possible.
Right. It's like
at least as feasibly, anyways. I mean, obviously, yeah, scheduling, time, and all that jazz.
Different time zones and stuff.
That too. Yeah, the one-eyed monster bit too. That is glorious because, like, that's another example of. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. I remember the reason I got so heated about this conversation because the first time I encountered that people complaining about the Yukari quote was for pro AI translation. That's why.
Oh.
That's why it made me so heated.
Those goddamn AIs.
That's why. Now I remember. You know what? Now I explain why that upset me so much.
Yeah.
Because my initial thought is that sounds like a horrible idea, especially if the goal is to stop censorship. Because you can program an AI to censor things if you want to. An AI can't respect authorial intent. It's a machine. It does what its master wants. And if its master wants censorship, oh boy, buckle up, buddy. Especially with competent generative AI. Oh, imagine the edits you could make to anime that you couldn't make in the past because of time. Ooh, a reliable image generator you could feed it. Oh boy. Oh boy, buckle up. Buckle up if you want AI in this industry. Get ready. Because technology is a tool. It depends on the people in charge. And if the people in charge, if you think the people in charge don't respect the intent of the original creators now, just wait till you give them a metaphorical nuke. Or I guess a jackhammer is more accurate. Yeah, you definitely don't. Let me actually pull it up. But anyways, yeah, we can drop this now.
Yeah.
So wait, what the like the one-eyed like? Okay, I'm gonna like ask about the one-eyed monster thing, like real quick. Like, was that like, because when I think of the scene, like it just like I can't imagine like that like the original scene not having an innuendo because of how the scene played out.
But then you are we talking about Xeno 2?
Yes.
Xeno 2, and the short of it is she calls him Turtlehead in or something akin to that in Japanese, and that is yes an innuendo.
Okay.
That means the exact same thing as one-eyed monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Turtlehead actually does like make sense because turtles. But the one-eyed monster is also.
Then everyone is shocked, and then Rex is all like, "You know what one-eyed monster is, right?"
Oh.
And he's like, "Means what?"
But yeah, because the author's intent was to have was to say something shocking, and Turtlehead in English is not as shocking. So I understand.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they would go with the one-eyed monster.
Yeah, because it still fits with him having an eye patch, and
yeah,
and more importantly, if you left it as a literal translation, then everyone else's reaction to the line stops making sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you take the time to go Google what Turtlehead means in Japanese, and as established, people don't generally like to do homework with their video games.
Yeah, there's a reason why educational video games aren't exactly popular.
Yeah, I am somehow alive. Honestly thought I died there.
For edutainment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I can. And, but the one-eyed monster thing also like it works because of the eye patch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shellhead!
Yep.
Oh hey, Shellhead. Yeah, I love how he responds to that.
Like Shellhead, yeah, answer that now.
Respond to that now.
Like he got traded really easily.
Really? Honestly, that was really funny. I like to do homework on video games because I'm weird. Most people aren't weird.
But
fair. You know what? Fair.
Or there's a different kind of weird. Where everyone has a different kind of weird, and like no one has the exact same type of weird.
Get me out of this opposite color blender.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, at any rate, but all things considered,
he's so casual about the nickname on the second time he was called that, and later on the third encounter, they just he immediately understands that no one's gonna remember that no one's gonna remember his entire title.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rollerblades or roller skates?
Yeah.
Mara Mara and Shin Megami Tensei is definitely a case of localization gone wrong, but they couldn't really they can't exactly localize it. I think Mara is just a weird persona in general. Because it was just... What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to really do with that?
Yeah, because that is about as specific as you can really get with a joke.
There's a reason why whenever why I do not tell anyone about that persona, and why I just why I just let the joke, or just let it sink in and be and just let people be like, oh wait, is that isn't it? Okay. I mean, a lot of reactions to seeing Mara in Persona 5 was always pretty cool, because you see it as a boss. You can't really miss it. Yeah. But a different... Yeah, it just... Or had no... if you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about
actually reading to the thing on Three Houses right now, and yeah, that is actually... Yeah, they definitely could have... They definitely did botch that.
There's a... Because it does make her argument sound I mean, it sounds like a weaker argument, because it just makes her sound not smart. But when she does have there is she has a legit reason for her goals. There are
yeah.
There is a legit and intelligent reason behind her motives, even if the methods are even if most people probably wouldn't approve of those methods.
Yeah, and the Japanese, she's more calling him out on his reasoning. Essentially, it's less. Would you feel better if you conquered him or killed him out? In retaliation, basically trying to point out, I have a goal. I have a goal. I fight to bring about a better future. You fight back, and you fight back, and we conquer because you're obsessed with vengeance. Which, honestly, now I read it, kind of mirrors some of the things Dimitri says in Azure Moon, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Since especially because yes, in the pure logical standpoint, yes, it's Dimitri's right to defend the kingdom, but he also makes no. But it's hard to tell how much. But it can be hard to tell at some points how much he actually is thinking about that. How much he just wants Edelgard's head on a pike because of his vengeance obsession.
Right.
Best writing, but yeah. Although honestly, I think Crimson Flower needs a lot of work, really, because there's a lot of problems in that route that go beyond just a simple mistranslation.
Yeah, and I think that was my first route.
Yeah, same here actually. Because why would you trust Rhea on a first playthrough, especially going through Black Eagle the first time?
There are like, I mean, just I mean,
yeah.
there's just like a huge. I think I just have like mainly have a problem with Three Houses and like in general because of just like the length, really, like
Mhm.
because there's a lot of story. There's a lot of story, but also like there's a like you want to see all the routes, but it's also really long. So most players probably won't want to do all 4 routes.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the first half of every route is basically the same. Oh, you did Golden Deer first. That's a. Honestly, I would say you have even less reason to play the other routes than I did going in Black Eagles because Golden Deer basically just gives you all the just gives you basically everything you need. Really, unless you want to know more about Dimitri and Edelgard personally.
Right. I was just a bit taken aback when like in Golden Deer when they just what happened with Dimitri in that route.
Yeah, it's honestly really well written. I did not kind of but I'm impressed that even going through that route as a second playthrough, they actually managed to make me sympathize with Dimitri quite a bit. I mean,
Because he asks if it's some kind of twisted joke.
that scene is really good. Played each route twice.
Or Dar.
I mean, we
And
already
we
know
have DC already.
But
Hey. Oh, okay.
oh, well,
It's just like if if there was a way to skip ahead like on a second like on repeat playthroughs of Free Houses, I probably would have done each of the other routes, but like I've only done like Crimson Flower and Golden Deer, so yeah.
yeah, yeah, I. Yeah, I didn't actually do Golden Deer myself. I watched Tom's playthrough because I could not stomach going through White Clouds again. What
There's
White
so
Clouds
many
again?
things that happen in it, like it's just
Yeah, because
like you
I
can't really
remember.
there's not really a way to skip ahead or just because you kind of need to level up.
Yeah, New Game Plus definitely helps, but even
But
still,
then it just makes
yeah.
like,
Also,
makes less about
kind
it, but then it kind of
Yeah.
like trivializes up some of the gameplay, and I'm like at
yeah,
that point I'm not
that's
even
kind
like
of my
at that
problem with
point
it too.
I'd rather just watch the cutscenes instead of playing it, because if I'm not playing it for the challenge, then like they're just gonna be long, easy matches that
Yeah,
actually get
no,
me bored.
I agree with you too. Playing through on God mode's only fun for so long. But yeah, no. For me, I started with Black Eagles. What I ended up doing was I just kept my save file of right before the Edelgard choice. So I'm like, okay, I'll go through Edelgard. I'll go through Team Edelgard first, and I'll go back and see what happens if I side with Rhea, who I trust honestly less than Edelgard, who I didn't fully trust, to be perfectly frank, but just liked Rhea more. Substantially more, but you know, especially because everything sympathetic about her is basically in Golden Deer, not even in Silver Snow, funnily enough, in Golden Deer.
Yeah, honestly, from what I've heard, like Silver Snow, like sounds more like a bad ending, in general,
It really feels like it, honestly.
or just a bad route for everyone involved.
Especially because Rhea ends up, you know, especially because you end up having to put Rhea down in the classic fashion anyways.
Yeah, triangle strategy. Like I am curious about the story, but I also I shudder to think about all the different branches in the story. So
Yeah.
that's that's the main thing. But yeah, it's
Although I'll be yeah, no, I'm kind of similar here. I'm like, do I really want to go through another? It's like, another really long game. Like at least when I try to clear all the campaigns in a RTS like Command and Conquer, they're at least fully original the whole way through, and those are just shorter games in general. At least the story modes are, anyways.
I mean, like,
I know that a lot about previous games Dragon lore.
Like, I know I already play like long games like Xenoblade, but I think the main difference is playing is one playthrough versus multiple ones.
Yeah.
Where it feels like where one playthrough is that you basically get to have a full experience with one playthrough versus in some Fire Emblem games or like Triangle Strategy or Fire Emblem Three Houses, the full experience is playing a 100+ hour long campaign 4 times.
Pretty much. Although you technically can skip White Clouds for Silver Snow if you keep an extra save file from before you pick Team Edelgard. So
yeah,
which is what I did. So I was able to technically clear 2 routes for the price of 1 there. I'm glad. And that's why I went in with that assumption, like, okay, I know I want to see both of these branching options, so I'm just gonna save the next chapter on a separate slot because they gave me 25 of these.
Yeah.
And yeah, Adam, you're absolutely right, and that's definitely something you need prior knowledge for, which doesn't help. This was probably a lot of people's
would have been
first
really
Fire
good
Emblem
to have it because that's kind of something that you'd want to want details of in your in the game.
Yep.
Like in general, like not have to know that you need to know about this about lore from another Fire Emblem game. Like when you're already given the impression that they're separate universes.
Yeah. So many people. I believe it. Oh, I believe it, Adam. And like, yeah, that likely is the reason, which adds quite a bit of element of tragedy to her character. Fortunately, you don't really get that unless you already have a lot of knowledge of the series lore. And unless you play Golden Tier, you're pretty much she's either going to be never show up or an antagonist.
Yeah, it's and I think that's one of the weaknesses of Three Houses' story is that because of in order to get the full story, you need to play through 4 different stories. A lot of players kind of just play the.
A lot of people don't have that patience.
Only play the one and have entirely different discussions because they played entirely different routes, which are entirely different stories.
Yeah. I think I mentioned this before. They don't. Was one of my criticisms with Blue Lions when I played through that for my second playthrough, and well, that third if you count, go checking out the part 2 for Silver Snow, was that they don't really do enough to really explain Edelgard's motivation. And I mean, yeah, obviously it's Dimitri's route, so you can't get her full sob story, but even still, you need to know why the villain is doing what they're doing. They can't seem like they just randomly turned evil, especially if they're not going to act with the panache of a Disney villain and/or freaking Kikris Hades.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Edelgard does not act like a card-carrying villain even in that route, but she's kind of written like one, which hurts both her story and Dimitri's story because we don't really know what he's opposing, really.
Right.
He's mostly just murder. He's mostly just high on murder for most of the route. And you're just kind of hoping you get to Sandy back.
Murder.
I mean, I was tempted to use Nico B's terminology, but I realized that might be a little yabai, but you get the point across.
This is a say-so stream, young man.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, totally. But at any rate.
But yeah, I mean that it's just I've seen many quite a few discussions about the story having disconnected like disjointed like discussions because of just like like people like either overly simplifying because of how this like because depending on whether you play Edelgard first or later, you either immediately have the opinion that she's like that she's just doing war for no reason, but or that she is a tragic villain that or tragic figure that feels there's no other option but to but to unite the world or unite Fogland.
Pretty much. It also doesn't help. Yeah, I was gonna say.
It also doesn't help that she also that she also utilizes the ends justify the means approach.
Yeah.
Because of those who
for sure.
in the dark.
Yeah, I would say. I think the biggest problem with them is they're a bit too cartoonishly evil for the rest of that game's tone.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I'd love to be honest. I forgot most of Engage's story. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
I was just happy that I didn't have to replay this, that there were any. I just was happy there were no branches or no major branches. And I was like, thank goodness I don't have to be stressed about choices.
I was grateful for that.
And just
Yeah.
breathe.
No, I mean, no, I was honestly excited when the Engage said they were going for a simpler, hero story because I mean, Three Houses was some nice meat to chew on, not conveyed super well, but every game doesn't need to be that.
Yeah,
they didn't do it. Yeah, I'm still with you there.
Yeah, Three Hopes. I was very I will say I definitely prefer. I feel like I know they're very different games, but I actually I mainly had less stress when playing Three Hopes because of how early the branch happens. The branch happens in the story, after choosing the house. There's very few missions. There's one mission that's the same in all rounds, and then there's a different mission, and then the time skip.
Yeah. Oh, it certainly does. I still need to play Scarlet Blaze. Yeah, I need to finish my own playthrough of Scarlet Blaze at some point.
That was my first one. That was my first route.
Funnily enough, I actually ended up going in somewhat reverse order for Three Hopes. I did fully intentionally.
I wanted Bernie. I wanted Bernie.
You know what? Honestly, fair. Honestly, that is fair. I just thought it would be cool for myself if I went, okay, I started with Black Eagles for Three Houses, then I went to Golden Deer, then not Golden Deer, Blue Lions, and then I said, screw it, Tom has a playthrough of Golden Deer, I'll just watch him play it because I'm not playing through White Clouds again.
Are you telling me that his playthrough was your playthrough?
And from a certain point of view, yeah. And as it turns out, I didn't really regret that decision, because as it turns out, Golden Deer is very similar to Silver Snow for most of its runtime, so the repetition would have gone on for even longer than White Clouds. Oh, goodness. Right out the rest of the Lion support, so yeah, that too. That's actually kind of... Well, apparently Silver Snow was actually one of the first routes done, from what I've heard, which...
Huh.
Does make sense to some extent, but also I find kind of surprising in some areas. Although honestly, Silver Snow I think is a decent story, because I think as you can make an argument for why Byleth should side one way or the other, because
right.
Because I mean you have like, yeah, Edelgard is associated with the Slithers, who Violet has every reason to hate. But on the other hand, Rhea has given Violet no reason to trust her either, and has been actively creepy with them. Let's be honest. Actively creepy. So there's that. Not to mention, would very likely, just in general, be spending much more time around Edelgard to potentially end up sympathizing with her more. Or heck, I also like the interpretation that Violet doesn't immediately side with Edelgard, but Rhea, being, you know, crazy as she is, just interprets any defiant, any Violet saying, let's not kill Edelgard immediately as immediate betrayal, and turns into a dragon and gives him every reason to not consider anything else she has to say.
Right.
At least that's how I always like to headcanon it myself.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, that was basically how I was feeling in the moment. I was like, I don't want to kill her. Like,
yeah, because like because it makes sense you'd have mixed feelings
because she's my student.
Yeah, you know, she's your student, someone who Violet, who you're naturally close with. Of course, you're not gonna immediately want to execute her right on the spot. Like, mad at her, sure, but, you know, confused, angry. It's natural for people to have mixed emotions.
Yeah, like, it was.
Then,
like,
I was just she pulled a Palpatine and was like, "Do it."
Like, I was just
pretty much.
Like I was like I was more just like in the mindset of, I am like okay, let's calm down, let's talk about this, but like, nope, just immediate, like traitor. Traitor. Like, okay, all right, bye, big dragon mama.
Pretty much, and like, there's even the argument to be made that you shouldn't just execute her on the spot, because she could have information that we might need. Half the reason this Slithers plot managed to make it as far as it did is because Rhea is so execution happy and doesn't actually interrogate people. Like, I mean,
he likes murder.
I still remember the whole scene with the Western Church of them, you know, talking about how they were set up, and like, yeah, she has every reason to believe that that's just criminals begging at the last moment for mercy, but still maybe listen to what they have to say just in case. Just say, you could have maybe found out about the Slithers way earlier if you did. if you weren't so quick with the guillotine. But, you know.
Yeah, the time skip, like, for Three Houses, like, it did feel a little...
It was extremely forced.
It felt like it was just, like, they were like, we need a reason to go deep into the war, and not just continue where they were.
Yeah.
Or at worst, have an excuse so that all of these student characters are now legal aged.
Yep.
So that you can now, like, marry them without feeling creepy.
Yeah, still kind of creepy. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, definitely absolute worst excuse for a time skip, pretty much ever.
I mean, Three Hopes, like, I feel like it had a better explanation, because Shell was involved.
Yeah, he was.
It was still involved, and there were, like, just, yeah. And the time skip was also not as long as Three Houses. Oh yeah, so this merging making Violet super.
Maybe. No, but it's no, Three Houses. I mean, its story is really good, but it feels like it falls short in a lot of different ways. Part of that just has to do with the way it's structured, and again, to finish my thoughts on the Blue Lions, it's a great character story for Dimitri, and I think it handles his PTSD and mental issues insanely well, and managed to make me like him when I honestly thought I wouldn't. After, you know, when I
because after Edelgard's betrayal, he snapped.
Yeah,
he snapped, and they
he just becomes a shell of a man of himself. and like the difference between just like it's just interesting seeing the differences in how everyone reacts to the reunion.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, when Claude is like, "Yo, Teach, how's it going?" Well, Dimitri's like, "Have you come here to haunt me too?"
Yeah, pretty much like, oh good, more ghosts. Which, I mean, to be fair, he has every reason to think you're dead.
Because like, it's been 5 years. Of course, like, he has
and
every
he did fall
reason
down a
to believe
cliff.
that he's, like, that his teacher is dead. Especially after it happened in the middle of... Yeah, why didn't he snap on...
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
It's like now, because now that just gives the impression that Violet's influence actually made him worse. Like, was worse on his mind.
Maybe. I honestly interpret it as maybe he didn't overhear that conversation in that timeline, so he just didn't have a reason to think Edelgard was responsible for. Although even though his reasoning is still pretty stupid, and if he wasn't insane, I would probably be calling him an idiot 24/7.
This is speaking as someone who barely knows anything about Fire Emblem. I'm thinking maybe multiple routes isn't quite the approach they should take for future games. You kind of have a point there, Phantom.
You kind of do have a point.
I mean, okay, he does snap. It's just it just feels like less like there's different, or like
I'm almost a ruler.
Or there different intensities, I suppose.
Yeah, different intensities. Yeah, it's because there's the kind of things where you kind of have to read between the lines, which is fine. Reading between the lines is a good thing, but I feel like they over rely on it too much. Like,
it feels like it feels like it's expecting you, or it feels like it's expecting too much out of the player, willingness to go through all the stories to get the full story.
Yeah. Or heck, I feel like it's almost unbalanced because, like I was saying to Adam earlier, if you play through Golden Deer first, you pretty much know everything you need to know, really. Like, you know who the true bad guys are. You've defeated the true bad guys, surely and cleanly. And the only reason you have to play Blue Lions or Black Eagles is if you want to get to know Edelgard and Dimitri more personally.
Right. But because after playing Golden Deer, it kind of made the other routes feel a bit incomplete because you know there's a true villain.
Yeah.
Because of hindsight.
Pretty much.
I mean, sure in Crimson, in Crimson Flower they do there is there is mention of of after the war to hunt out those who slither in the dark and eliminate them once and for all.
Which again really should have happened on screen.
Yeah, not off screen.
Because that's important, and honestly, I feel like the confrontation between Edelgard and Talus has way more narrative weight than Rhea, really. It really feels like they wanted her to be the final boss of that route, when narratively it doesn't work as well, because she doesn't really... Her antagonism with Edelgard is not on the same personal level as it is with Talus. Rhea is an obstacle to Edelgard's future, and to Claude's future, really, when you think about it.
Right.
Or at least a potential obstacle. Hence why he sides with Edelgard in hopes, and it makes sense for him to do that because because in that timeline the school year gets canceled, so he never actually gets to know her and gets to see the woman behind the ultra status. Well, we're trying to think of a word to use, but you get my point. I think he even says in a support with Cyril that he even considered the possibility that he would potentially have to kill her to make his dreams fold into reality. But after talking to Cyril, he realizes that maybe that maybe she is good after all. But he wouldn't know that in Three Hopes. Oh yeah, not even addressing that. Yep. Oh goodness.
Oh yeah. Oh, Talos. Yeah.
Talos.
Like I heard Halas, and it brought me to a.
I thought we were
it-
still talking.
and it brought me
I thought
to
we were talking about
Critical Role,
Telos from
so, like,
Xenoblade 2.
okay.
Fair enough. I might have came out a little weirdly, but you know.
But yeah, like. Yeah, like I for the reason of like just be because like the fact that like of actually fighting like because like there's a okay because like Three Hopes I really enjoyed like I had like I felt more satisfied like playing that because you actually because you are actually taking care of those of the Argathians like actually like you're not because like even on Edelgard's route you actually just like basically go to war with everyone, including those people that like those guys that you're considering to be your temporary allies.
Yep. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, that conversation is glorious.
Wait, is that like a word, an actual line, or is that just a
Yeah,
phrasing?
yep, in the Golden Deer route for Hopes. Claude actually kind of questions Edelgard like so you weren't intending to kill her, huh? that seems like that would seem like the best way forward. I mean, because gotta think of it, Edelgard has the opportunity to just kill Rhea in base timeline, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
For seemingly no real reason other than just not wanting to murder, even though realistically killing Rhea is probably the smart thing to do in her situation.
Oh, wait, the her in that sentence is Rhea, is
Rhea, yes.
Specifically? Okay.
To kill Rhea, because what's the benefit of keeping her a prisoner in a basement in the Secret Castle basement forever, really?
Right.
Like there's not really, and Silver Snow showed us we ended up having to put her down anyways.
Huh.
Which, and yes, I use that term, putting down, because she goes full on Dragon Generation at the end of that route and starts trying to kill everyone in sight.
Right. Yeah, I still haven't I still haven't finished like the Golden Deer route in Three Hopes. Like I've started it, but haven't finished it. Like
yeah.
Even though I actually want to finish all the routes in Three Hopes because I actually have fun with them. I've actually had more. Like I honestly have more fun replaying the routes when it's not not a strategy game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like when it's a beat 'em up, it's that I just have more fun. Like it's more fun like when repetitive.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Partially because the campaigns diverge a lot earlier and the routes are overall a lot shorter, really. Only, I think, clocking around 60 hours as opposed to 100. With the majority of that being fully original missions rather than half mostly the stuff you've seen before with maybe a few slightly different scenes.
Now I'm paying them at their base.
Nice. Hey, Rhea can I genuinely have no idea, Adam. I don't know. that plot point always felt weird to me. Like, it feels like they just wanted a way for Rhea to be able to come back even towards the end. I think she passes away off screen in the end credits for Blue Lion, so she just never. They may as well have just had Edelgard kill her in that round. I don't know why they didn't.
Like in Three Hopes, like
3 houses I'm talking about now. Sorry.
Three Houses. Okay. Like,
sorry, I should have maybe specified that.
I'm still a bit hung up on because Claude, because it sounds like because based on what I know about his character, it sounds weird that like where he would for him to be like killing is not the only option. Or,
I mean,
or for him to like when he's or something. Or maybe I'm just brain rot. I don't know.
I mean, I think what it is that is that Claude is also, I mean, not that dissimilar from Edelgard, and that he also is that he is also willing to go to any means. The big real difference really there is that Claude is a lot more stable than really anybody else in. Wait, oh, if you ask rank her, right? I think.
Right, because she has the
Dragon Generation. The 3 houses Claude didn't have the school year. Yeah, that too. In 3 Hopes, sorry. In 3 Hopes, they skipped the school year.
Huh.
You don't remember that plotline?
I was like remember going into the because I remember the mission where it's always in each route where where he reads to get becomes the house leader for the group that for the
next match
for the house that you choose.
Be ruler.
And then and he's like, we follow the scent, in all 3 routes. And then there's a branching path and in Claude's route he's repelling repelling a raid from Elmira.
Elmira, yeah.
And he skips the school year because he needs to because he focuses on the where you act because I was just I was actually amazed it went the direction of actually saving Monica or revealing that Monica was actually a real person.
Yeah, I mean it does make sense because all the others, because that's basically a Slither's MO where they find a real person then they replace them.
Right.
So the Slithers are basically just fake people?
I mean, effectively, yes. And that's their whole MO.
They're just like the homunculus in Rain Code.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong either. They definitely have some modified bodies going on there.
Anyway.
So that means that they're immortal.
I mean, kinda. They seemingly have been alive for a long time.
I mean, you could still kill them.
You can kill them, that is true.
They still bleed.
They do bleed.
Oh, I'm sorry, is this hurting you? I thought you said you were immortal.
I'm just it's
I know the Agarthans were humans by our definition. I mean, the Slithers we see have clearly modified themselves.
Right.
Using, using magic.
Magic?
I just found it interesting how in Three Hopes Edelgard essentially changes her entire plan.
I've heard that theory, yeah.
She changes her entire plan because of Shea. Just
I haven't heard the post-apocalyptic Earth thing before, but I have heard the idea of Agarthans being originally normal humans, and yeah, I buy that, but it's also, I mean, look at the Slithers. They have modified themselves.
Right.
They have absolutely modified themselves. The post-apocalyptic Earth thing is an interesting angle. What's that based on, actually? Because now I'm trying to think. Because I have not actually heard that angle before.
Yeah, either. What's on here?
Used to be Earth. Like, what implications? Is what I'm asking.
You have the slightest idea how low that narrows it down?
Because I'm trying to think. I know there's no obvious, specifically human things like there is for the Pikmin series or, you know, Splatoon. Oh, that stuff in the Shadow Library?
Huh.
Oh. I'm trying to think of what lines of dialogue specifically. Because I know there is a lot of stuff about the church, also Javelins of Light, yeah. I mean, I just kind of always interpret that as the trope of ancient civilization is more technologically advanced than the present, you know, Guardian-like things and all that. Like, yes, I know they're based on the theoretical rods from God, Project Thor. You throw a satellite with a bunch of telephone pole-sized rods in space, and you drop them, on your target.
Oh, that.
Yep. And it's probably had skyscrapers too. I mean, I don't doubt that. My problem there is that doesn't necessarily mean it was Earth. That just is the trope of, you know, ancient civilization is more technologically advanced. It doesn't necessarily mean it was human civilization per se, because I mean, ancient Hyrule isn't Earth, and they had laser shooting robots. is my counter argument there. And they don't address that. Yeah, I've also heard that idea of Nabateans potentially being from space, but that theory I have heard. Which I mean, again, it's certainly possible. I don't know if that really makes. I don't know. I still don't know how much I buy it being post-apocalyptic Earth, though. Although if that is the case, they should have implied it harder because I would have made the Slithers a lot more interesting rather than just cartoon villains.
Right. Okay. So there is a skyscraper in the opening, but still, like,
uses the Gregorian count. Literally the Gregorian calendar?
Oh,
or,
yeah,
like,
right. Or wait, did they actually use January, February? I thought they used different names.
Well, they use different months in the game, but where are you getting this from? Because I've never actually heard of this. Yeah, because Foldland's months are all different names, but they're still based on a 12-month calendar, but...
Right.
But do they actually ever... Does it actually use January... But do they actually mention January and February in some text in the Shadow Library somewhere? I don't know, I haven't read all those. And they actually don't...
There's so much game. That
I was so burned out on Three Houses, I didn't even bother getting the DLC. I'll be perfectly honest there.
Like, I played the DLC, like after playing, like, and I was like, okay, this was fun. Like, fun incentive to go and play the other routes that I
really
didn't do. I mean, because you get other characters, and I mean, you get the other characters for use in your and also in the main game, as well as their own quests. So it also feels like a weird time paradox thing going on as well.
Yeah,
because there's an entirely different plot happening at the same time. I guess all I can really say about Treehouse is like at the end of the day is it confuses me. like there are a lot of things that there are a lot of things that I like about it, but it mostly confuses me on a space time on a perspective. Of just how many different branches in the narratives can happen, and not just in one game at a time.
Interesting. I'm gonna be totally honest. If this theory is correct, that almost makes some of the writing choices in this more baffling, because this sounds like something that shouldn't be subtext.
Right.
Because it completely changes the entire scenario of everything. Like if this is true, the Agarthans suddenly become 1,000,000 times more sympathetic. If they're fighting against literal alien invaders. Because everyone interprets the lore as them just being, dragon racists that committed genocide of Nabateans, but Nabateans are literal alien invaders that impose their rule on Earth, and that changes that scenario entirely. Then yeah, the Agarthans have every reason to be angry.
I'm a ruler now.
Nice.
Like they're on Ardenal.
Really? Because I'm very curious.
Yeah, because they launched a strike against peace.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, I guess that depends on the context of how everything came to be set up.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on a lot of context that we don't have. Which we should, because then how does that... Like, you're honestly going to tell me that alien invaders is a thing. Like, how does this happen? What? Huh? I'll just try... Yeah.
I'm reading all the stuff in the...
I'm out of the queue with you guys.
Oh, it's in the text chat. Oh, crud.
Oh.
Well...
Yeah, I'm reading, I'm skimming over the Shadow Library, and I'm still, I'm not, getting any kind of, I mean, it's all...
Herbs of Fergus.
I guess I will clean my tea while I'm at it.
Saint Theros. Okay. Words of Love. I'm looking for the stuff that's burnt reenact. The Fargus Rebellion. That's still Gaji Dusker. And where? Okay, which entry specifically talks about all these implications?
Or any of them.
Flammable black water. Oh, well, oil. I mean, that doesn't really mean it's earth, but...
It's oil.
Yeah. Was discovered in, northern Fargus. Was widely forbidden by the Archbishop. Yeah. So in other words, she stifles the technological advancement of people, which even if this isn't post-apocalyptic Earth, is still really bad. Hey, yeah, don't get me wrong, fossil fuel energy ain't that great, but you do have to start somewhere. That definitely makes Edelgard more... It definitely makes Edelgard's point a lot more valid, that I will say.
Literally keeping... stifling, progress or
metal, yeah, printing machines. That one confuses me because honestly, that could be beneficial to spreading the church's ideology. But whatever.
I mean, that's legit. What happened? The printing press was a huge thing in spreading religion in our world.
Yeah, because it makes copying making more additional copies of the Bible much easier.
Exactly.
It also destabilized the foundation of the church. Oh, I guess she was worried about a Protestant Reformation.
Yeah, like it.
Which, to be fair, that did also come about because more people could read the Bible and interpret it for themselves.
Right. Like, I mean, the Protestant Reformation, happened because, because, for the longest time, it was just a book that was only accessible to a few educated people. But, and those people that were, and knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And basically being able to say, yeah, it's this has this, and have it basically giving you authority to basically say whatever you want, say what the Bible has.
Yep.
It is a there's just a whole
Human. Okay. Risk of
I
intensifying.
think we're gonna actually call it here for tonight, just because my brain is everywhere and it's getting near the.
It is almost midnight.
Yeah.
And
It's almost midnight for you.
This one I know about the talk of the false god and all that. Talking about Sothis, obviously. Investigation, Creststone. Yeah, I do know about that. Oh. Yeah.
At least I got to ruler.
Depths of the earth.
Right to the Empire. That's
Okay.
why does Saros despise us? What did King Nemesis do to incur such unyielding wrath? Perhaps it was a mistake to accept his offer. In any case, that is all just different past now. Mysteries of the oh, there it is.
Time has passed, and the imperial calendar was adopted. Back then, 12 were months. By our names, laws is known. The Guardian Moon was often short. Number 1. An elegant, accuracy served.
Okay, so that is a reference to how Japan typically denotes the months as usually just their numbers. It's not referencing the Gregorian calendar specifically, but that could very well be the intent.
Incomprehensible. I did Emperor Will.
Associated with the lore behind them and its tenets, it's highly probable based on new calendar teaching of Saros. Oh, to change the names of the months, okay.
Oh.
Attempt to spread those beliefs. Okay, huh. Yeah, that's... wow.
Yeah, basically, I'm getting brain rot just from thinking about, trying to process all this. So, probably gonna need some time just to, let it cook.
Oh, I lost track of what we were talking about a long time ago.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Rugged Dreadbringer user.
What?
Locker. Oh,
Oh yeah, shells.
Got another ticket. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night.
Night, Adam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like my biggest disappointment was with Three Hopes was just the fact that like it just felt like there was more to the story than it than we eventually than we got and there with Cha and his involvement and
Yeah.
whoever and and hip and that guy yeah. Yeah, bunnies. Little bunnies +1. Like, right behind me is
Yep.
size bear. But I was
Yeah, the only Shadow Archive I actually knew before this was the one calling Soth as a false god and all that, which I just kind of interpret as being more fantasy world stuff.
right.
But yeah, actually being, and I guess that really does depend on the context of everything, of how it all went down, because. And exactly how the arrival of the Nabateans actually went. and how peaceful they were, because you could absolutely read this situation as basically interplanetary colonialism by the Nabatean side. If
Thomas Junko, Juckno, thank you for the follow. Didn't even I think he got the I don't know. Cable. Only saw that now, and it happened about a half hour ago. Anyway, yeah, let's call it here for tonight, and
Yeah. We'll be back here for some more Splatoon.
yeah,
we will be back, and
platooning all over the place. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
ah,
I swear.
We'll be back with more
Meowderator,
Splatoon.
how?
Meowderator. Why?
Well, because we like playing Splatoon. That's pretty much it. Anyway. Runs on the run, but no limit. So that sounds like Teen Bunnies.
Yeah. I feel like that whole localization conversation is a good lesson. Is a good lesson to why you sometimes need to be careful what you bring up in rooms, because you never know who's gonna have strong opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was. Oof. Like there was a lot of. But yeah, that went in directions.
Yeah. Honestly, the second I saw Adam bring it up, I said, "Oh no, oh no."
Oops.
It's like, oh please no. I was really hoping I was gonna have to hear about this nonsense again, but oh, here we are.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Anyways, apologies if that was a little too intense.
yeah, but hey,
You're
it was,
fine.
I mean we did pretty well despite how scattered we were.
Yep.
Yeah.
At any rate, we need a Ray message.
Blaze at Bnuuys.
Yep, it works.
Hashtag blazing Bnuuys.
Blazing Bnuuy. All right. Have a good night. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. And these guys will probably be here too, unless something happens, like they die. But hopefully they don't.
Or they all die horrible people.
Yeah. And these guys will probably be here too, unless something happens, like they die. But hopefully they don't.
Or they all die horrible people.